Near, rip a hole in the sun. Welcome to Cum Paude. Why would you cum soft when you can cum loud? Yeah.
Welcome to Cum Laude, Cum Paude, joined here by Fermalicious Dame Judy Dench in the flesh, Coach Prime sitting near me, drinking the Prime Suds, 8%, repping Frederick, Maryland, reporting live from our chief leak agent and liaison to the NFL offices and the office of Roger Goodell, Lewis McDaniels LLC, law firm located in Frederick, Maryland. Quite professional around these quarters, but we're fortunate to be allowed the opportunity to record here briefly. Fermi, how's it going, buddy?
It's going great. We're back. Had a little bit of a hiatus there, but we are back. We know you guys wanted to hear from us, and here we are tonight. It's going to be a quick, tight show, but we'll get into more in later iterations coming in the upcoming weeks. How you doing?
Wow, fantastic. Yeah, I mean, honestly, and I've missed this. And this has been something that we have needed to do. This has been something that we have wanted to do for this days, honestly, going on weeks at this point. But we've held off, and we've held off for reasons that many people in our space, in our industry, people who are creating content, I think approaching, but maybe not reaching the level of ours are doing, and that is giving some space for reflection and for grieving and for remembering exactly what is important and why we play the game about the game, which is ultimately inconsequential when compared to life. And with that said, we are heartened at this point on the 13th. It's a Friday. Mr. Voorhees.
In the flesh.
We're heartened to hear about the progress of Damar Hamlin. Seems like he is, without a doubt, a champion, a mascot, for lack of better terms, for overcoming extraordinary odds, and something that we haven't seen, and something we hope we never see again on primetime television, and something that really puts into perspective the bullshit that we do. With that time off, and with the real promise of a complete, full recovery for Mr. Hamlin and everything that he stands for, we're grateful to be back here on the pod. And I know that was traumatic for me to watch, many of our league mates, you as well, I'm sure. There have been some rumors that we do need to address about our hiatus that have to do with ayahuasca rehab, involuntary commitment for one of our co-hosts here, not to certainly pinpoint which one. Of course, those allegations are false. It was us giving respect to the space, to the Hamlin family, and so on. What do you say, though? We crown our champs.
I think we got to do it. We haven't done it yet officially.
It's back here.
It is. There.
And we have a special. We've got the History Channel 3, which is only broadcast via the web, coming to do an interview with our trophy maker and watch the engraving of the upcoming trophy with some of the professional restoration work that will be going on there. As that becomes available to our new champ, again, that has been delayed in light of everything else. But, baby, J-Lo, Jeff Lordy, Dusty Jeff, the Trouser Snake, the Pubic Medusas. Fuck yeah, the champ.
He did it.
Of our 2021, 2022, 2023, the first, the big dynasty prize. He's the man.
He's the man. He made the moves, put it all on the table. He got his veterans. He cashed in, got rid of a lot of draft picks, and it paid off. Not only did he win the championship, he won several weeks of big scores, putting up massive numbers. This was no surprise throughout the year. Everybody knew he was going to be a favorite. Even Arrivederci Keelaturd predicted this. Got a lot of stuff wrong, but there is one thing he got right, and that was taking a stab at Pubic Medusas making a run for it. And he made it happen. Regardless of the results of the Monday night game, he had it in hand, won it all the way. Can he repeat? We'll see how it goes. I'd love to speak with him. Maybe next week, something like that. Get an arrangement, get a trophy presentation ceremony. Last year's winner didn't really care enough about his winnings to collect the trophy, but this year we're hoping that there a lot more love goes into the craftsmanship of said trophy and the esteem that goes along with carrying the title of champion of the public honors college.
Yeah, the pianist of champs, and that's what we're looking at here from Dusty Jeff Lordy. Congratulations to him.
Congratulations.
And for setting the model, for setting this push all your chips to the center, go for broke, and clearly and commandingly win that prize. It's financially beneficial, but obviously it is a male endowment measuring contest, and baby, he broke the ruler this year, and that's something that we are not surprised by, but certainly excited for him in that regard. I am told that he wanted to join us here tonight. He has had a multi-city, 3-continent tour post-championship. It has included 3 continents, 4 different parades.
4 parades.
Two in Asia, both in Thailand. One of them is, well, all right, we're not going to describe exactly what that 4th parade was involving, but the remainder of his time has been spent on the Pubic Medusa yacht, which is, I believe, supposedly pulling into dock in Dundalk in the next week or so, and we should be able to get him on the show here to interview. What do you say we do a quick recap of exactly what we're looking at here? I am going to go briefly, if you don't mind, to the ESPN page, and I know that is certainly something that we are not moving towards in the future, but we'll move towards it now, temporarily, just as we are remembering the past, but envisioning the future.
That's right. Yeah, take a look at the final championship matchup. The scores reflected here. The ESPN did decide to zero out any scores for folks that played on that Monday night game. So, a little bit skewed here. We will look at it in the sleeper, so you get a more accurate depiction of where it really ended, if we say when the game stopped and was suspended with time left in the first quarter there. We show in sleeper at this point. Get familiar with it. 108-73 in sleeper, if you're looking at it there. Big games from Christian McCaffrey, stuff that we've seen since he's become a 49er. Amari Cooper carrying hard. Just not a big session there out of Rivers Meet Timbers, but big note there. The highlight is Derrick Henry wasn't in. There was a big point of conversation. Jalen Hurts didn't get to play either, so Gardner Minshew and Joey Chestnut going in there, playing in the final championship round, and gave a lot of heartburn to the Medusas there, but he got enough out of some of his other studs. And oh golly, Mikey Evans on the bench, didn't even need him. Decided to show up. Might have won a lot of championships for some other leagues, but didn't do enough throughout the season to really garner that starting spot. So might have been on the bench in a lot of championship showings. But fantastic season for Rivers Meet Timbers. We pooed on them all year long, so the team wasn't going to have enough to put together the wins to get anywhere deep in the playoffs. And it happened. Second year in a row that Rivers Meet Timbers takes second place. Is that the model of dynasty? Just throw together players that nobody wants and just win games, have the right matchups, and get there. We're not going to change how we feel about this team. We're just going to keep saying we don't know why it keeps winning, but it keeps winning. Let's see next year what they can do. Is it another second place showing? Are they the historic Bills that make it to the Super Bowl and lose every single time? Or are they potentially the 2022-2023 Bills and can put something together in the year of 2023 of fantasy football? Great showing. Medusas gets the win. Great season out of Medusas. Won several weeks. Won the championship. We saw it coming. Are they too old for the 2023-2024 season? They're running out of draft picks to give up to get any youth. I think they've got maybe one more year and then with some of these players. McCaffrey's a young guy. He's injury prone. We all know that. But on a Shanahan offense, he might be able to, get injured again because that's what Shanahan running backs do. Derrick Henry, workhorse. Might have another year in him. We'll see. But this team's got a young quarterback to build off of. I think there's a chance for another strong season next year. What do you think? What do you think about repeat potential here?
No, I think they've got as good a chance as any. I don't see anybody immediately falling off a cliff. Certainly, you always worry about running backs more than anybody else, but there was also some unsung heroes on this team who had fantastic seasons and are probably underappreciated. The Amari Coopers, the Mike Evans, who were fantasy winners. And then, obviously, I think there's still some tread on the tires.
Zay Jones made a nice show in there.
Spot start captain Zay Jones was the guy who just made sure that you had an extra 20 points here and there if you started them during the right weeks. You contrast Derrick Henry and Christian McCaffrey with a Miles Sanders and Latavius Murray, and I think we see enough of a contrast there. But hey, man, shout out. Big shout out.
Congratulations.
John Wilkes Tooth really kind of bringing that second place home. Important, though, that we note the third place game here showing the ESPN briefly, which had, by virtue of the cancellation of the scores that Dame as Judy described earlier, a win for the stage 5. We're going to run that back, though, quickly through Sleeper, which is going to show us what the actual score should have been.
Yeah, you're seeing some interesting team names here. Folks got to hop in there and rename their teams if they want to. Name them whatever the heck you want in Sleeper. But essentially, this is Stage 5 Klingon on the left versus Hamlin Nation on the right. With the fisticuffs getting the victory with the points that Josh Allen and other Bills / Bengals were able to accrue in the first 10 minutes of that game, taking home third place. Ham Nation made a great push there to get into the playoffs, had to win a couple at the end of the regular season, snuck into that. It ended up getting into, I think, the 6th slot based on tiebreakers and total points score, made a climb there. And able to take home the third place trophy. Another shout out here to Stage 5 Klingon, the winner last year. Didn't look like the team was going to have a lot to put forward. A strong season. Started out with a bang. Was at the top of the leaderboard for a while. Cooper Kupp gets that season into an injury, and then the losses started piling on. Still enough to make the playoffs and make a push to earn 4th place. But yet again, we're looking at a team that's aging. Riding Pat Mahomes more than anything else. So going to be a tough year potentially next year. Got all their draft picks, but I think we need to start seeing some shakeups for some of these teams. Trade season is open. Got to see it start happening. Again, congratulations to Hamlin Nation for pulling in a 3rd place victory.
Yeah, great conclusion to the season, and we are excited to look forward. We have draft day.
Yeah.
It's, literally It's within reach.
It's counting down. 183 days, 21 hours, 40 minutes, and seconds coming off the clock right now. Hope everybody's as excited for it as we are. We are bumping it up this year into July rather than waiting until late August after preseasons happen and all kinds of other things go down. We want to try to mimic this closer to the NFL, get this closer to the actual NFL rookie draft. We're delaying it till July, so you get a chance to see the drafts. You get to see some off-season news. You get to get a little bit more comfortable with the players before you're going into the draft. I'd like to see if we push this even going up in 2024, getting a little bit closer, maybe into June, a little bit closer to the NFL draft. Make you study a little bit more and just get back into the fantasy football season sooner. So we all want it. We all want to keep playing. We want to get that going again. And draft day is coming up. So we've got that coming up in future weeks. As we said, we're going to see if we can get the champ on the call here. We might invite some of you other faithful viewers to hop onto the Paude with us, talk about some of the trades that happened during the 2022-2023 season. Get some input. Maybe we'll get them direct from the owners involved in those trades. We'd like to put some grades on them now that we have hindsight to see, man, was Breece Hall for DK Metcalf and a second-round pick worth it? I don't know. Breece Hall got hurt, but man, that's a 21-year-old that's got a lot of potential for the New York Jets. So we're going to do that in upcoming weeks.
Of age.
21,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Legal.
That's right.
For Pat. Want to pitch the summit, though.
Yeah, let's pitch a summit.
And what we are looking for here in the Cum Paude Summit, first inaugural, is around the time, closest available weekend date of our Cum Paude Summit, to win pitchers and catchers report.
That's right.
For the MLB. When it's pitchers and catchers time, baby, in fantasy football, baby, it's all pitchers. We ain't do no catchers. It's pitchers and pitchers. Fucking throwing sliders, splitters, knucklers,
all of them.
Magooba gobbles, screwballs. Yep.
No change-ups.
No change-ups. Nah, we don't. We don't do that. That's the league manager might do a change.
They might do a change-up. We see that every now and then. But yeah, let's pitch the summit. Pitchers and catchers report time. Maybe we'll do pitchers and sandwiches, or pitchers and crabs, pitchers and pizza, anything like that. We can just get everybody together, or we can decide on some key settings in the league. Scoring. Do we want to have defenses moving on? Is that another roster spot? Kickers. Do we like kickers? Do we want to do kicker scoring based on per yard? Do you want to get 4.6 points for a 46-yarder or not? There's a lot of things that we have to discuss. We don't get a lot of traction with just kind of putting out votes, but I think if we get it in person, we can move that right along.
And I think the way that we'll do this is, in part of our transition towards Sleeper, is to make sure that this activity heading towards the RSVPs, towards the commitments, toward the attendance records for Cum Paude Summit, pitchers and pitchers. What we're doing.
Pitchers.
Yeah, exactly. We'll do that through Sleeper. We'll do that through the Sleeper app. Those contributions will obviously be noted and rewarded in many ways. Fermi,
hey,
it's been a good year.
It's been a great year. It's been fantastic. Second year of the Dynasty League. Hope everybody's feeling okay, at least with your teams. If not, there's a guy right here that loves to make your team better. Okay? Grease the wheels. Get your trades moving. Get your teams the way you like them. I like mine. I don't win, but I like my team. I like my guys. Talking about playoffs.
No, I like it.
Talking about playoffs.
Yeah, we like our guys. But there's deals ready to be made. Go out there and fucking make them.
Make it happen.
Say goodnight, Fermi.
Good night, Fermi.
Thank you for listening to the official podcast of the Public Honors College Fantasy Football League. Cum quickly, cum often, and cum loud.